Her being fully naked is no.
The bush. The bush was so big you could have hit an entire fucking league team on
the bush covered the vagina. I saw more vagina. I saw more vagina on Amaranth than I did on this girl. She does not deserve a permaban or a 38. She deserves a 3-day max.
Oh my god!
I will die on that hill.
I just come into. Wait, can you guys hear me? Does this work?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, so in South Korea, are you familiar with the term anti-fan? They're like haters, right? Like an anti-fan.
An anti-fan?
Oh, an anti-fan. An anti-fan. Yeah, they're like haters.
About anti-fan or whatever?
Yeah. So in South Korea, anti-fans were a thing way before we got like internet hate. Like in South Korea, that anti-fan movement, people that would like dedicate like hatred towards like certain like pop celebrities and other celebrities, it was fucking huge in South Korea before it got big around the world. So I think that South Korea has like a pretty special culture surrounding that kind of stuff. This is why like when a South Korean like celeb person gets in trouble, they make like a certain type of apology every single time, and it seems kind of weird to Westerners, but like they have like a very particular culture around that, and it's really fucking weird and super creepy. Yeah.
Well, Korea has like one of the oldest internet cultures like in the world, and all of this came from that. So this is a big reason why K-pop is as big as it is, because their stan culture is as big as their anti-fan culture. They're just really good at internet.
Well, really good or really, it depends on how you look at it, but yeah. One of the differences, I'm pretty sure this applies to South Korean culture. I don't know as many specifics as I do for North American culture, is that they have like a lot more like, because of the anti-fan base, they have like dedicated haters. So there aren't actually as many people that are familiar with this in the North American scene, but there are some people. These are the two examples that I know of. This shit is crazy. Do you guys know Wings of Redemption? Have you guys all heard that name?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys know Darkside Phil, like DSP?
Of course.
Yeah. There's a buyer's market for cars.
Yeah. Okay, so like both of these guys have said and done really dumb, and especially for Wings, like despicable shit. But regardless of these people, these guys have some of the most insanely dedicated fucking haters ever. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's actually scary how obsessed the people are that hate these guys. So like here's like an example, okay? So like I know we've all felt like we've like dealt with haters or whatever, but like these guys take it to unbelievable levels. So DSP, Darkside Phil, he claimed to have had a girlfriend, okay? Now, people hadn't seen pictures of her, and he just broken up with like another one. So people were like, oh, blah, 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 you know, people memed on it or whatever. But he claimed like, oh no, I have a girlfriend, she's real, like I promise guys, blah, blah, blah. And what happened was an escort started posting pictures of her hair from behind that matched up with another picture that DSP had on Instagram showing like, hey, he actually doesn't have a girlfriend. It was me. He paid for me to go to his house and pose as his girlfriend. And by the way, here are pictures of his dildo. This is how much money he paid me, blah, 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 blah. And everything lined up like pretty well. This girl had like a really long history on Twitter. She was clearly an escort or some shit. And so everybody on the internet was like roasting the fuck out of DSP. It turns out that girl was a real escort, but DSP haters had hacked this girl's account, posted pictures of her that from behind looked like the pictures posted of the girlfriend that DSP had on his Instagram, and the whole thing was fucking fabricated. Whoa. Like, these people go to like insane fucking heights to like fuck with the people that they're like anti-fanning. And I think in South Korea, like this type of shit is like a little bit more normal, whereas like even in America, like, or I say America, I guess the Western world, like we all have haters. Like everyone in this fucking call has some pretty dedicated haters, but these people take it to another level, dude. Like Darkside Phil's haters are fucking crazy, or like Wings of Redemption. Like there are people that follow these guys to the ends of the earth. It's insane.
Didn't this happen with that one? Is it CJ Ride, the guy that was like had all those problems happen with overseas? Is that the same type of deal, or is it different?
That was more of like a Clash of Culture things. Clash of Culture, not so much. Yeah. Oh, Ice Poseidon is another good example now of somebody that has like a dedicated fucking hater base. Like that whole Ice Poseidon 2 community. Holy shit.
Yeah, his entire subreddit hates the fuck out of him. Like all of them together just cannot stand him.
I mean, what?
I don't know if it still exists, but I know like 6 months to a year ago, these dudes were rough on that man. Like they hated the fuck out of him. Every single comment was talking shit about him.
I'd be too Pepe laugh.
Dude, yeah, Ice Poseidon 2, that's some creepy shit, dude. I don't know. People are way too fucking invested in that shit. You got some fucking problems.
Wait, what is Ice Poseidon 2?
They made another subreddit specifically, and they all like follow him, and they are like obsessed. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
But he doesn't have any control over it, right?
Correct.
And so it's all just like,
yep.
It's like X mods and stuff. That's hilarious.
So I mean, look, the three examples you had: Ice Poseidon, Darkside Phil, and fucking Wings of Redemption. Look at these three fucking and tell yourself, I wonder why these three people have these such insane fan bases.
I mean, like these guys are definitely fucked, but like the people that I'm sorry, like if you spend all of your time,
You don't
like,
even
obsessed...
have a fucking fan base, and you would, if any people on this call have it. Not even me.
Sure,
or
I have
CC
some
or
dedicated ones,
anything.
but they're not this organized.
Oh,
or-
I have those. Yeah.
I mean, like, but I'm just saying, like,
this Destiny, like Destiny's had the FBI called to his house. Like this guy,
No,
he's been through
I
some
understand that,
insane shit. Yeah,
I understand that, but like I think these guys are even more dedicated than like the FBI callers to me. Like my anti-fans will like run around subreddits like call the FBI and say this. These people spend every fucking waking moment like documenting like, and I'm not saying like Wings or DSP or whatever are cool people, but like I just think it says something about this type of hate. Like, dude, you got some problems, man. If you spend all day online like fucking trolling or like stalking people that you supposedly hate, there's some like deeper shit going on. Like normal people don't do this. Like normal, happy, successful, and I don't even say so like rich, but just like have healthy relationships. Like, people don't do this shit. Like these people are fucked in the head.
Sometimes I feel like it's like a collateral. Like, let's be honest. I don't think playing games like almost purposefully in a way that is complete trash and refusing to learn mechanics doesn't really foster like a complete dog shit like that.
Yeah, correct. Like I think that like these guys do things so that like maybe you could say like they're worth like ridiculing, but like when like DSP's anti-fans have a name, they call themselves the Sons of Kojima. Like they're actually organized. Like this is some fucking weird fucking shit. Okay, it's like crazy.
Jesus Christ! Did they sit and watch fucking anime together and jerk off? What the?
I don't
fuck?
know, dude. It's some crazy shit.
are they formed for the sole purpose of?
Yes, of hating on DSP.
Okay, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, Gross Score is getting to that level where he has like this like dedicated group of people.
Yeah,
that,
they
like,
hex him
fucking
every
hate.
once in a while. Didn't he's hexed, brother?
Wait, is this real? Gross Score is actually getting there?
Yeah,
in terms
he's
of like
hexed.
having like crazy hater fans. Yeah, people that like obsess over him.
Really?
Yeah, it's not. If you guys have shit going on in your life, man, you know what sucks is that like every time I try to like, I really want to like tear apart some of these people. When I get like a hold of like YouTube or Facebook or names or whatever, it's really interesting to like dig in and like read about them. And at the end of it, in a video game, but at the end of it, when you like dig into these people, it's just really fucking sad. There's a girl that I know that posts like really big takedown videos. She's done one of me. She's done one of Pokemon. I fucking hate her. Calls me pedophile, all sorts of horrible shit. I had 2 different people email me a bunch of personal info on her, and I thought about like releasing like a big like exposed piece, but like all of the personal info is actually just like really sad. It's like videos of like her and her boyfriend like screaming at each other. It's like details about how she has like bad social anxiety, can never go outside, like doesn't have any friends except for the people that she like showed her boobs to on 4chan and shit. Like it's like all of these people that are like engaged in this behavior constantly are actually really sad people. Yeah. And I can't even like, and it's hard to even hate them after reading. It's like, fuck, like I just feel fucking bad for you. Holy shit. Like your life is so fucking horrible.
And if I was a god of Twitch, I'd make a lot of like penalties for people who are like, I'm so sad today. I'm just so sad. Donators, are you listening? I'm so sad today. Yeah, if you go on Twitch, you can't say you're sad.
Wait, that sounds like the. Wait, why?
Because if you're on Twitch, you're living I'm a refugee from war. I feel like when I'm on Twitch, I feel like it's a blessing, like heaven. There's people starving around the world, and then there's people who go live to say they're sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad.
They use it as their diary. If they get donations in a crossfire, so be it, I guess.
Destiny, you'll never tune into an XQC stream, and it's not positive energy. It's like the greatest energy. True? It should all, True.
I think that there are a lot more people that hide their sadness than there are people that talk about it openly. I mean, like you can find some people that like openly, like, I guess are farming for like sad dollars or whatever. But I think that the majority of people are actually like in a lot more like mental anguish than they let on. I don't know if we could quantify that somehow, but I don't think there are that many people that are just like constantly crying about how horrible their lives are.
That or make the moderation team public, which would hold them accountable for special treatment of bigger streamers or people they hold favored.
Make moderation public?
Yes, the moderation team, the people making the decisions, make it public because they would be held accountable for special treatment of people they like more or people that generate more money for Twitch.
Kind of like a witch hunt.
Yeah, that sounds like a really bad.
It'd be really fun, dude. And that would also be in the
Wait, what the fuck? That was like the purge. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, so like let's say for instance like so somebody bans me, a moderator bans me, and then that person is public. Isn't that person gonna get like a lot of hate like publicly for doing it?
Get fucked, dude.
I'll take a shot at it now. Okay. My answer is incredibly boring, but it's actually the correct answer. I would hire moderation teams and 3 to 5 individuals with a director over them. Majority vote would actually rule as to what enforcement would be issued. That would be discussed with the streamer via their AM, who would defend them, which is how it works now. And then you would have a PR team that was transparent and gave general issues, discussing like what the bans were, and they would clearly enforce the terms of service as they're stated or change them if they were inconsistent.
Here's the problem with that.
Such a
Okay?
CEO.
Well, no. Here's the problem with that. Okay, so here's the issue I have with this majority vote thing. Okay, if you're going to do a system like that, you have to make another system that's going to micromanage and filter out and create a resume for different people from different places. Okay, I don't want to throw shots at anybody, but if you choose 6 liberals from the heart of San Francisco, there are topics that all 6 will agree on regardless of their objectivity of it. Like 100%. 100%. You got to pick one from goddamn deep Texas, one from heart of San Francisco, one of Maine, one from Canada, one from Europe.
Okay,
That's how you do moderation, in my opinion.
Here's how it would work,
They like
okay?
to think they're doing though. That's what they think.
What are we electing? The Supreme Court?
Yeah, here's how we do this in train. That's a great idea, train. So there's something called IS I think it's ISDS panels, investor state dispute settlement panels for multilateral trade agreements. What you do is you have a team of moderators that everybody knows, and then when somebody goes to get banned, Twitch nominates one mod, and then the streamer nominates one mod, and then they have to agree on a third one, and those are the 3 people that determine who gets banned. So you have a say in like
That's
choosing the
kinda
mods that
smart,
represent you. There you
That
go.
is smart.
Damn.
There's no scale there though. You have to,
Yeah,
you have
no,
to scale.
It'd
this
be a
for-
fucking disaster. This would be for like
Yeah.
premium partners once the premium partner contracts roll out someday.
Well, the bigger controversy that's going to happen here is when people that are not brand friendly start to get unfeatured in the search results and then wonder what's happening, because that happens on YouTube, but nobody talks about it.
What? Everybody talks about it.
I don't think everybody talks about it.
Wait, am I crazy? This is like everybody complains that like people dig through like the tagging system all the time to find out like how our video is getting tagged. Like if you say the fuck word too many times, do you get like prioritized for a lot of the search results? A lot of people have spent a lot of time trying to dig through all the metadata on the YouTube videos to figure out like what does it mean when a video gets tagged a certain way and how does it deprioritize it in the search results. Like I think people complain about this a lot.
All the
Yeah,
problems
sure.
that YouTube has are problems that Twitch will have in a year or two, because
Right.
Twitch is
Well-
lagging behind YouTube
No,
in a
but
few
hopefully they'll learn
areas.
for them. Hopefully they'll learn.
No, because
Good one.
first of
That
all,
was a good
No,
one.
dude, the fucking YouTube algorithm system is like inconsistent cancer. Like it is so fucking awful. Like,
it is literally the best machine learning system we have in existence, debatably.
Dude, if you don't watch someone's video for like 30 days or for 60 days, you don't get a notification that they have uploaded a new video. How are
So,
you even supposed
30
to
days? That's a
them?
long fucking time. YouTube
Yeah.
wants people that are uploading shit all the time, like daily or bi-daily.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense
No,
to me.
not too much. No, I get bottleneck because I post 3 times a day.
That's way too much. What the
really?
fuck?
You post 3 times a day?
Yeah, my editor's on fucking crack cocaine, dude.
Do you really get bottleneck because of that?
What's up?
I
Yeah,
don't think-
I get bottleneck. Yeah, I have like a cap. After a certain amount of views or whatever, they just bam, they just stop me right there, and I can't be like just
Interesting.
stop.
I would think.
I argue with my editors, but I see the same thing. Like, 'cause sometimes my editor's like, "Oh, people like it when your content goes up fast." But when I post like 2 or 3 videos in a day, there are videos that I see that like normally I would expect to get like 40 to 80K views on a video. They get like 25, and I'm like,
Yeah, and
Wait, don't you have a talent agency, XQC?
well, I didn't want to.
Wait, who's your talent agency? Aren't you with Loaded? Are you with Loaded?
Okay, so it's complicated. Everything I do in life is kind of scuffed. I had one that I signed like exclusivity with, but then something happened with their company and they dilute or something, right? So then I started working on another one. So I have like 2 agencies right now, but I didn't sign any contracts with either. So we're just kind of like work together as partners, but nothing is signed. We're just like kind of chilling.
Are you paying them?
Nope.
well.
So that he
careful.
really has no
Wait,
agency.
wait,
he has no content.
if they're farming ad deals for you, even if you don't see it, they get a cut of that.
No, they're not. Actually, the way we work with it is that if they get me something, right, the number's there, and then whatever they work for extra, they get a percentage of what they worked for extra.
Wait, are you talking about like sponsorships to play games and stuff you're talking about?
Let's say somebody says, "Yo, dude, do this for $10, right?" They say, "Okay, you were gonna get $10, right? Now we're gonna get 13. We're gonna get $2 out of that, or like $1 out of that."
Okay, wait. Okay, so Devin can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that when they double dip. So somebody, what'll happen is I'll come to you, XQC, and I was like, dude, I got a fucking ad deal for you. Play this game. Play this game for 8 hours. No. You'll never see these contracts. I'll say you play this game for 8 hours, and I'll pay you $100K, and I'll only take 5% of that. But the reality is, I got paid $150K to sell that deal. So like, I'm already scraping money before you even got a number in front of you.
Like,
oh wait, actually, I'm really curious. Wait, XQC, what do you think you're saying right now?
What do you think I'm saying? What do you mean?
Nobody gets anything. Wait, what do you mean?
I'm just saying nobody gets like solo deals that are often. Most of the time, like people when a campaign is up, a lot of us do it like 5, 10, and ask around what like numbers look like. And I always like like pull back and forth or ask questions. So they're not juicing me. I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, no. Wait, what we're trying to make you understand, like, it's everybody is getting like juiced. That's the thing. Like the reason why. Okay, so and again, don't get me wrong. The reason why influencers don't get solo deals is because I'm not going to go talk to like some game manufacturer. Like, I'm not going to talk to Bungie directly to advertise for the game, and they're not going to talk to me because like their marketing department. But when Bungie wants to sell ad deals, Bungie doesn't say like, okay, well, here's 500 streamers we want to work with. Let's like spin up a whole fucking division to do this. What Bungie says is, hey, we got $10 million we spent on advertising. We're going to throw this money at different agencies, and then they'll produce the results.
And the agency will tell us how to do it, and they'll do all the work because they don't have the marketing department internally to do it.
Yeah, but the agency is going to take a cut of that advertising fee before any influencer ever sees a number. So everybody might be getting the same amount, 5,000 or whatever an hour or whatever it is. But
they've that cut is
yeah. You can probably make more money on the YouTube stuff. I don't know how Devin would like get across like the fees that agencies usually take. Because I don't know. Because like I mean, you generally can't farm those deals on your own. Maybe XQC could because of his size, but I'm not even sure.
I have an agency. I mean, we do. What do you mean? Get past the?
Well, but like,
we just don't do LPs.
Oh, you guys do everything direct to the.
Yeah, and we offer total transparency with the streamer, so they can see all of our communication. I'm not gonna fucking take a contract for fuck that shit. I know exactly who does that in my industry, and fuck those people.
Wait a second now. Hold on. How is it that you're going to come down on XQC for giving a 60% cut to his editor when he feels like that incentivizes them to do well and that's like a good deal because he thinks that they're doing... But now you're telling me that your agency doesn't take money. You're just leaving money on the table to throw at dumb fuck streamers.
Whoa. So hang on, Destiny. What I said was I don't take a percentage off of the top. I am transparent with our streamers.
Why would you be transparent? You don't have to be.
He's giving 60% of his equity up. That's fucking...
but you're giving some big percentage up for no reason. Streamers don't demand transparency. That doesn't need to happen in this market. Streamers don't know what they're saying half the time.
Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Okay, listen. Here's my mentality with it. Okay, my mentality was that I needed somebody to juice, right? And I know sometimes if I wait a minute,
juicing doesn't cost you 60%, bro. Pay a YouTube editor $100K a year, which is an absurd amount to pay an editor. They would do the same, or if not work, as your guy giving 60%.
So, like, here's a quick example of this. Okay, what Devin is talking about, there's like a marginal improvement that you can get based on raising somebody's revenue. So if you've dealt with like effective damages, like in an MMORPG, okay, the difference between 99% and 98%. Right? Like, let's say you have armor that reduces 98% of damage, and then you've got armor that reduces 99% of damage, right? Like, a noob looks at this like, oh, well, you're gaining like 1%. But that's not true. You're actually getting a 50% reduction in damage. You went from taking 2% to 1%. That's half, right? Let's say that you could pay somebody 99% of your YouTube revenue, or you could pay them 98%. To that particular person, that's not a big change, 99 to 98%. Like, they're still getting a lot. But to you, you're doubling your money. So, like, back that example up and make it a little bit less extreme. And that's what Devin's saying. Like, paying 60% can get a guy motivated to, like, do everything good for the channel, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But 30% could do that just as well, or about as well.
Or 5%. SQC. The real reason you did this is because you didn't want to take the time to set it up.
Whoa. You want to talk to you like that?
I don't think so. I think it's difficult to find and trial editors that give you what they want.
It's just as difficult to do it at 60% as it is at 30%.
Yeah, right now. But the guy already had a YouTube that was juicing it, right?
He's juicing it, dude. He's juicing you. You're missing. Wait, you're missing everything. You keep arguing like Devin is saying you're paying the guy too much, and you're like, well, dude, it's good. Devin's not saying that it's not good, that the YouTube channel isn't good. You keep saying the YouTube channel is good. He agrees with you. He's saying you just don't need to pay that much for it.
You're saying that motivation hits a cap at some point. I get it, right?
Yeah, or you can find the same product at a lower cost.
Yeah, like you're fucking yourself
for the same quality. So
like again, like you're like there's like two donut stores. You got like a Krispy Kreme and another donut store, and the donuts to the left are like $10,000, and the Krispy Kreme ones are like $1 each. And you're like, dude, the $10,000 donuts are good. And Devin is like, dude, you're overpaying for it. Just get a Krispy Kreme. And you're like, but dude, you're missing the point. The donut is good. It's like, no, that's not the point. And also, wait. Keep in mind who has the leverage here, because you feel like, well, without him, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. Wrong. There is
your
only
content.
one XQC.
Oh my-
There are a ton of people that could edit for you. But
Think
one of the
about
big
this.
problems too is that like you don't ever actually realize how much you're worth. Like in your eyes, you're just playing
Yeah.
video games all day, and that's cool and it's fun and that's it. And that's like your values. You just play video games and it's fun and whatever. And if you make any money off of it, it's like a dream. But the people around you don't see it that way. Like there are a lot of people around you that are making a lot of money off of what you do, and it behooves you to like investigate that
That's
more.
insane.
If you get too disconnected from what you do and you just the numbers around it and like the politics and the oh dude, I just feel like overall if you know you can make more money by doing this or doing that, you couldn't change the essence of what makes it good in the first place. And I feel like if you get lost in that, it kind of destroy the entire like nature of it.
You can get lost in that, but don't get lost in this really dumb idea that you can't make money doing what you love.
That's
Otherwise,
why you
it'll destroy
hire
it.
people-
You can find an in between without having to go like full like Pokemon like commercialized content, right? Like there are middle grounds. Like this great line. It's really tragic that a lot of artists tell themselves that like they don't really deserve to make money off of their content.
That's
That
the
like
saying,
they're
yeah.
gonna lose it and it's not gonna be the same. Blah blah blah. And they'll sit there and they'll say that to themselves over and over and over and over again, and they'll believe it. And everyone around them is making money off of them. Right? This is like the great bullshit that I hear. Like, are you familiar with like are you familiar with NCAA players, people that play college football in the United States?
Yeah, wasn't there something just passed about that recently though?
In California, they're allowed to make money off of their image now.
And
But like,
yeah,
so for instance,
off of
like, a lot of
endorsements.
a lot of people make these arguments like, well, if you're a college football player, you shouldn't make money off it. You should be doing it for the love of the game. Don't distract from your education. It's like, okay, that's cool. It's cool for you to say that. But in the meantime, my coach, oftentimes, college football coaches are the highest public employee paid in the state. In Nebraska, the little state I come from, I think our coach gets like 4 or 5 million a year. It's an insane amount of money, right? All the TV stations that are selling ads for that game you love that you don't
Making a
deserve to pay
shitload
for,
of money. The
they're getting a
colleges
fuck
are making a ton of money.
Colleges
Yeah.
are making a fuck ton of money off you. They fund entire sports programs. They fund entire school buildings off the money they make off that shit. It's not fair for you to have this stance where you're like, oh, well, I mean, I should just do what I love and I should make money off it. And everyone around you saying, yeah, that's great. Well, they're all making money off your shit. Fuck that.
I used to watch the old Destiny streams where I used to do the infested marine dog shit and the right Destiny.
That wasn't dog shit. Those were legit strategies that were pioneered by me, okay?
Yeah, I
My
know-
favorite
I
is
know.
still the retard magnet.
Yeah.
That's top tier.
Hey, did you like pioneer the fungal growth to people to use it because people didn't really use that mechanic that much and you made stress around it?
Yeah, it was really broken. And then I got like really popular for a brief period of time because I was the only one that did it. Yeah. But then everybody started doing it and then it got nerfed to shit.
Yeah, I can still remember seeing that video, right? Where you're sitting like this, right? With your shirt like that, and you're being interviewed for a video. It's like, yeah, my name is Steven Buttle. I average 4,000 to 7,000 viewers on Twitch, just like that. And it's so funny.
Yeah, that was back in the day, dude. I weighed like 100 fucking pounds back then. Holy shit, I was so small.
There's a lot of things that they say, quote unquote, oh, well, we have to ban this because it doesn't look good for our advertisers. But listen, guess what, assholes? The advertisers wouldn't even fucking see it if you didn't take action on the ban. If you just let it slide and say, okay, you know what, let's move on. This is a warning, don't do it again. A lot of things...
Real quick on this sounds like a typical train rant, but actually there is like a huge element of truth to this. The number one example that I can remember, I don't remember the guy's fucking name, but the directors of the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. Does anybody remember? He directed... James Gunn, yeah. Mike Cernovich and a couple other people dug up some like 9-year-old tweets by him. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% certain that people would have forgot all that shit in like a week. But then Disney fucking fired him in like 7 hours. And like the whole internet was talking about it. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people do go a little bit overboard on responding to shit. It's like so stupid. One thing that I think is like, I don't know if you guys ever think about this, but like you like to think that you have like a pretty permanent spot on the internet, like that you're pretty big and that people will talk about you. Well, some people here, right, feel that way. It's kind of scary that I look like, I kind of wonder sometimes, like if I got permabanned tomorrow, like how many weeks would it take for people to forget about me? Because sometimes pretty big streamers get banned and then they're just like gone and nobody even thinks about them anymore.
Yeah.
The other thing you can see this happen is esports, where there will be like a really big personality, someone who actually like is a great player, and then they'll be kicked off a team or something, and they don't get back on, and they'll just disappear. And like you see this at, well, Idra
Idra had a long career.
Yeah.
And he like quit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say this happens in social media. Deplatforming works. Milo Yiannopoulos is a good example. He had millions of followers across Instagram and Twitter before, and now he writes about how broke he is. just about everything.
I don't know if I agree with that. We'd have to go through a lot of examples. Milo didn't get canceled Milo didn't get fucked because he got canceled by fucking dumbass progressives or because like whatever. He fucked up and he went to the pedophile route. That's no matter how whatever your politics are. Yeah, you can't talk about like how little boys should fuck older men.
Oh, no,
that's never gonna fucking fly. And that's what canceled him, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's not a fucking idiot talking about dumb shit, but the deplatforming itself was.
Well, no, but
if you do get permabanned off of your main platform, you kind of are fucked.
I don't think that Milo was hurt that much until he literally went the child fucking pedophile shit. Like I think until then he was okay, even with everybody threatening him. Like he was on fucking Bill Maher or whatever. Bill Maher. He got like pretty big, but I think that was just a step over the line. I like what I'm trying to say is I think he could have done okay for himself, even with everybody trying to cancel him, if he just wouldn't have like crossed that line. Like that was just too much for anybody. He became way too hot to handle.
And Destiny, actually, when you ate your 30 day, it actually wasn't like the end of the world when you streamed on YouTube because you had built a big following there.
Well, and because I had an older contract that let me do that, because I'm still under an older Twitch one that only exclusivity.
That was what I was about to
say. For gaming content, yeah. Didn't somebody literally get banned for saying like, was it like Western Europeans are trash players? Fuck, does anybody remember this? Was this in League or Overwatch?
Well, people say that all the time.
Yeah, I know, but that was like the big deal. Like he said something like Europe is trash or something.
No, this is South American. It's an Overwatch.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, what exactly was that? Was he said like Brazil is?
She said that South American players were not as good or something like that, and it was like in a ranked game, and then she got banned for it.
Faria. Yeah, Faria.
Yeah, Faria, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really weird one because like people in a lot of games will say like dog player like all the time, like dog player. But like if I were to say like, you know, like a South American or like dog players or
well,
whatever,
it was the phrase Turkish dogs.
Actually, I'd be curious. I've never actually looked this up before. It's actually possible that Europeans have better teeth than Americans, but Americans might have better like cosmetically looking teeth.
No, I think it's genetics. Isn't like something.
Well, wait, genetics doesn't make sense because Americans come from Europe, right?
Yeah, but no, I'm pretty sure I read about this.
I'm pretty sure that's true. Well, hold on, wait, are there any Native Americans in the call right now? Like...
Google the teeth thing. I'm pretty sure I did research on that like a long time ago.
No, I'm grasping at straws, but how do you know if a frog is gay?
Well, my guess is going to be that when it uses its dick on another male frog, probably a good indication. Probably the same way you find out if like humans are gay.
Thank you so much. I'm happy you came. I actually consider you like a real friend that, you know, since we've met and stuff, and you know, you let me stay in your house, all that bullshit. Thank you. Appreciate it. Which awesome house you let me stay in. Awesome stuff. That pillow, great. Amazing pillow, by the way. Yeah, I love you too.
Wait, just one of them? I'm so sorry. I'm done.
Wait, what'd you say?
Nothing. I have to leave. I'm sorry. I love you. It's been fun.
Huge shout out to Destiny. Yo, Destiny, you're gonna keep streaming? Okay, fuck it. I'll just host him.
Good night.
Thank you. Yo, please mod spam all of them.